What's up, guys? This is the Rifleman, and I am back to bring you to the next episode of my Napoleon Total War Let's Play as France. And in this episode, Murat is going to attack the city of Danzig. Napoleon is in support, but I'm hoping we don't have to use him. Instead, he's steamrolling on towards Königsberg. We don't have much to worry about except for potentially Lucas' reinforcing army and this other reinforcing army that's going to come in somewhat behind our lines. The actual army in front of us is quite weak. Let's get to it. So we're probably going to deploy a relatively weak front line facing towards the main army, but we're mostly going to want to make sure our army is able to deploy against the reinforcements when they're coming in. So, I mean, ultimately, it looks like, in theory, they should all be coming from bottom edge. Or at least they should be coming in from this bottom edge. This looks like a good spot for some troops. Let's 4 units of line plus our 8. They're going to be our force that's going to deploy up here against current army. Then these troops are going to try and swing around the right. I'm anticipating reinforcements coming in from this direction. So we're going to give them the heavy cavalry reserve and the lancers in support. Ooh, we've also got our guard, Chasseurs à cheval, who they look pretty awesome. They're decent cavalry, decent light cavalry. They've got some range capabilities, so they're going to be with our regular Chasseurs à cheval. There's the difference. That'll be easier to manage. Let's have a gamble. Drop my 12s. Murat. Back up these chaps. So really, I just want to advance with this army coming in. Oh shit, they are. Run. Okay, so this army I want to maintain a relatively contiguous line.
A glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
The other two infantry. I mean, so these chaps, their job is going to be to just hold position and try and destroy. Ooh, heavy. Cap. There we go. Enemy cavalry's come in from the other unit. Has come in from the rear. I actually bring my lancers across because they're going to need to charge the Fusiliers. 12-pounders. Oh, they've annihilated that Prussian artillery. Folks. So, heavy cavalry should beat. The heavy cavalry reserve should beat those hussars. Lucas routing. Want to push the line. French Mariniere. Something like that. Let's actually deploy this line a little bit differently. Oh, good. We got the... Oh, no, I thought we got the Fusiliers. They're just on a grand and merry race. Okay, 12 pounders. The musketeers. Keep barraging. Bring Murat up. Reunion. Oh no, wait, we haven't seen these guys either, actually. Don't run away from them. Yeah, because these guys, for whatever reason, elected to run away from the Fusiliers, we now got ourselves a good old-fashioned melee fight. Send everybody in. Make sure Murat's over here. Bolster the reserve. Oh, I forgot Hibernia regiments as well. Okay, so... No, wait, we checked out Hibernia regiments. Yes, they're in their white coats. Reunion Battalion. Oh, they're Lightfoot. We've got our French Marines on the flanks. They're going to start chipping away. Make sure this unit forms square as well, although... £12-pounders... Not firing. Actual enemy in the city has... They've fallen back as well. Stop deploying weirdly. Main thing is just keep Ney near this action. My Marines were always going to carry the battle here. A regiment Hibernia up here. Okay, let's start to deploy against the infantry. Reunion Battalion are opening up. My 12 supporting the action. Here's enemy cavalry coming in. The Fusiliers of the line form square. Guns on limber. Insulated terrain is not desirable. Give everybody a boost, even though they don't really need it. My Marines are on the flank, chewing their way through Russian infantry. There's going to be an easy way to deploy these men. Go on, Regiment Hibernia Marines start folding on the flank of the 4th Regimented Line. The Reunion Battalion, yes, they're mustard yellow, I remember those chaps. My 12-pounders start attacking some of these blocks of troops. My 8s can also barrage. Enemy general killed. Oh, that's the garrison commander of Danzig. Stakes up ahead of us. Should be okay as long as we just run forward through them. Prussian Landwehr coming in now, or militia Landwehr. Guard, Chasseur à Cheval. That's militia units. Run my cavalry through at speed. They're already wavering, so the charge should get rid of them. Push the infantry forward, keep on running. Okay, so the Prussians over here have been defeated. All these other units. Push forward the line. Oh, most of the infantry here have ran. Bring this cavalry up to help the Guard, Chasseur à Cheval, and mop up these militia. Oh, they've been dealt with. Let my cavalry loose. Bayonet charge the militia Landwehr. Artillery switch to round shot. Attack the garrison musketeers. Switch on your barrage. The Landwehr. All down to the 9th, who have broken. The militia here, who are still bravely holding, but falling quickly. There they go, they've been shattered. Surround and destroy the 6th. You men take this hill. Ooh, you must have ran into some stakes. Or did you get hit by a volley of the chasseur, the Guard chasseur? That's what I bet happened. So, a bit of attrition there for cavalry, but we can deal with that. There goes Blucher, not dead. Still defeated. Occupy the city, and then the replenishment is continuing. I mean, in theory, Murat could run forward and take Königsberg, but let Napoleon do that. Let's get my agent out of Danzig and get them into Vilnius. You need to stay here to help prepare to defend against these Russians. Henri de la Borde has no movement. And Louis Almaras is recruiting his forces ready. He's probably going to get pushed up to this front to help cover some more ground, because there's a few Russian armies about. Need to make sure they don't break out. How far are we from our objectives? I haven't done anything with my policies. Objectives. We're halfway there. Well, yeah, we're going to effectively dominate Europe. Once we take Oldenburg, or subdue Oldenburg, we're going to then probably attack Schwerin. Let's check how the Dutch are doing. Very friendly. At some point we should probably just deal with them. We can, from here, we can just sprint to their capital and take it. But we probably want to attack Mecklenburg and engage Denmark and capture these territories and take Stockholm is probably the first action we want to take. Here come our spies and reinforcements. Austria is... They've not been defeated. They are just gathering their strength. It looks like Prussia wants to mostly focus on... not rebelling. Well, they are, but they are mostly focusing on raiding. That's the word. Sorry, it's my first recording of the day. Ooh, interesting. Wonder if I can squeak into the bridge to the south. Possible. Mass production. Now we're on to steamship production. Let's upgrade one modern university. I think we've delayed that long enough. Let's probably upgrade Supreme Court. Louis Amaras and his pretty beastly army. You just running straight over here. Don't make you attack. Just get over here. I think actually Murat might go forward and demand the surrender of Königsberg, just because they're going to be defending this front. Let's move this agent to... What, are you about to infiltrate Vilnius? Excellent. We've got a spy at Mitau, spy at Vilnius. Probably do spy in Minsk. We got one there. Let's get you into Kamenet. Nay, let's advance towards the Prussians and make them upset. Don't really have any surplus armies to move forward. Let's get an industrial gold mine. It will suck up most of our cash. With the magistrate, upgrade roads. Upgrade the roads in Danzig. Where's Hanover? Oh, Hanover's building new roads. Now, Oldenburg need a garrison as well. Well, not a garrison, a administrative building. Leaves. Okay, these militia can leave Dresden. Let's get them over to Oldenburg to start trying to bring the population around to our way of thinking. Let's upgrade the merchant house. Let's bring Mr. Messina over to Stettin. He's leaving his cavalry behind, but they will run him down. Let's repair the gold mine at Breslau. Give them new roads. So, Nay, your job is to try and attract any Prussian troops that you can bring over. Okay, in fact, no. Almaraz. You might have to build just a cover force to try and garrison this bridge, just to prevent Mecklenburg from attacking us, because I do want to focus on Russia. And this is going to draw a lot of armies. We're going to need a lot of armies to do this. Okay, right. No tech to worry about on the horizon. Napoleon got a drummer. More spies, more naval recruitment, all good stuff. Only a matter of time before Austria comes after us. Trade with Austria? No. We've got reasonable garrisons around Vienna and Venice. And there goes Blucher. He does want to break out to the west. Oh, the garrison from Warsaw's coming after us. Very well. We will dig in, defeat the advance guard, then defeat the following army. Then Napoleon can start coming down from the north. Do this. Ney is going to dig in. All eights. So, because they don't have artillery, we are going to make sure we advance. We dot a gun team every 2 units along. Deploy my young guard and chasseur de la garde on this flank. Have a look at the young guard. Yeah, they look pretty nice. Pretty nice indeed. These veteran heavy cavalry elements. I suppose I'm somewhat jumping the gun actually, because they could deploy in an awkward way, screw us up. Yeah, they are coming in directly behind them. Let's at least advance to this area. I mean, I say that, that's a pretty tasty position. 2 of our middle gun teams over here. Then again, is it that tasty? I'm not sure it is. I think we are still incentivized for them to come after it. Not convinced. Anyway, let's start moving up the field. Coming in from that back corner. At least get the infantry up here. The artillery can come up as and when.
Sir! Sir!
Ooh.
Our general is under attack!
Let's keep Ney wide. Focusing on our Fusiliers and our French-Irish League. Because in theory we are incentivized to hold the mouth of these geographic features. Because it compresses the enemy. Skirmishes go wide, they'll start to threaten the enemy's line of communications. Already putting volleys into the land there. These 8-pounders just unlimber and start opening up on their artillery anyway. Same order with you chaps, really.
Se battre à votre commandement, monsieur. Infanterie, au rapport.
The enemy cavalry sees us. Our artillery wide. We've got a nice field of view.
A glorious victory, sir.
This artillery just focus on pounding those enemy guns that are limbering up. Enemy Silesian Jägersoffert advancing. Don't worry, our 9th Foot Guard are here. I don't want to fire, don't want to go into Blair until I absolutely have to. I can bring these grenadiers through the foot guard. Enemy artillery's mostly been defeated. Guns on the left. Blink at the enemy cavalry. Those lances aren't going to last very long. That was a very, very weak charge there. Okay, now you guys drop into square because you've got a bit of breathing space. Skirmish cavalry, get up. 8-pounders, keep focusing on the lancers. Okay, let's bring my infantry formations to bear. Over here, it is mostly their cavalry. There is one set of guns. Those two chaps that are here. Okay, okay, right. We need to start occupying this ground. You're not really where I want to be. Where I want you to be, behind those gunners. Start securing this undulating ground in the face of enemy action. Charge my cavalry down through this gap. Follow it up with the infantry. You guys limber. Massed enemy retreat, so let's take the opportunity to deploy a beefy line. I did see they have returned slightly. These gunners limber up. Run. You men engage the lancers. Chasseur à cheval, fire at will off. Also engage the lancers. Some of my heavy cavalry that hasn't been stuck in. Lancers go for the artillery. Heavy cavalry go for the hussars. Enemy general killed. That's the lancer commander. Yep, it is. Push forward. I mean, you guys just unlimber and start plinking. Bring Murat forward. Form a defensive line here, acknowledging that our cavalry detachment may or may not be successful. No, my Grenadier à Cheval go for the Feldjäger Sophiat. Lancers. No, actually, there are a lot more dug in than otherwise thought there. Bring the cavalry back on the left. Okay, you men cover that breach. Or don't. They are coming. Flanker de la Garde up on the high ground. Push forward, no fear. You men form up. Form square. Pounded by our artillery, that's the way you want. Good. Brunswick is hammered back. Okay, right. Now let's take a moment to fill in our defensive position. I mean, our gunners are going to take time to get up anyway. Like Brunswickers annoyingly well. So let's bring my... See if they can make it over this terrain. No, I don't. Oh, they can make it down here. More Prussian reinforcements are still entering the field. You men hold the line, more reinforcements coming in. This gun's in a good position. Hello. Body going. Well, that hill should be good for you. That hill should be good for you. Annihilate this Brunswicker unit on the flank. This gun team barrage. This gun team barrage. Focus on the artillery. Excellent, they're broken. You guys. You chaps can push out of your little cubby holes. Good kills. When this other artillery hauls itself into position, it'll be even better. Here comes the main effort. And nay, let's get you up here. Professor de la Garde on the top of the hill are annihilating them, although terrain should be causing issues, but it might not be. Elite Grenadiers are in position. Run my cavalry forward to be behind their lines. Bringing in their Landwehr militia. Yep, they are forming square in anticipation of cavalry. Big morale collapse. Push forward. Core of their line's been annihilated. My artillery is now in position, but I don't think it's going to be in enough time to make a difference. There we go. Gun them down. Focus on the blocks of infantry, really. Let's continue, why not? I'm not going to really optimize the pursuit, just try and kill a few guys. Mostly they're going to get away, which is fine. That's a unit of Landwehr militia, so them escaping doesn't really mean a whole lot anyway. Still, let's mow them down. Down to 100 and something? 90 odd. There we go. Ney has absolutely obliterated that Prussian garrison that tried to dislodge us from the high ground. And we got a cool battle logo as well. Here comes Russia. They're crossing over into our lands because we don't have anybody on the border able of stopping them. Ooh, Russians are going for Prague again. They are more than welcome to go for Prague again, although I will do immediately. Sit you chaps on the bridge, because if you're going to try and come for us, we will make you cross a bridge to do it. Can't recruit any artillery to help you out. Get some 6-pounders. Two steam-powered factories, that's great. Create another university. Almaras lost his movement orders. Get him over here quickly. Okay, so if I sit this army here, There is a potential vector there where they can come after us, but I'm hoping they don't do that. The Secret Society. The Berlin production. I mean, there's enough of a gap where I think I've got to push you aggressively forward towards Warsaw. Napoleon's going to just annihilate this small army. Great cost to some of his units. Then position here, ready next turn to leap onto Warsaw. The Blucher is back here, but yeah, I'm tempted to just move you up to the farmland. Don't attack him, because I don't want to force him back. Because out here he's useless. This entire force doesn't do anything for them. Whereas having Ney here, not Ney, Almaraz? Not Almaraz. Messina is here. He can deal with anything that Blucher tries to do. Let's see if we can free up Cherinye. Not quite. Try recruit Austrian militia. You could also exempt them from... We'll do that next turn. Jean Reynier. Expand the unit of infantry and recruit of 6-inch howitzer. There we go. But just a quick second, guys. And sorry about that. Right. Yeah, just do some fairly basic upgrades because we got a lot of cash and not a huge amount of things to spend it on. Probably could do with beefing up some of these fleets a bit. Yeah, our frontier against Austria is strong enough. If this army comes after us in Bank of Venice, wouldn't be ideal, but we'd be able to handle it. Vienna is just a strong army anyway. It looks okay. All about positioning for this next attack. They've not got enough troops to attack all of us, and next turn we're all in range. So let's see then turn. I want to divert that rake up against the Russian front rather than the Austrian. We could do with a bit more visibility on what's going on behind their line. Not if they're sending individual units back. So the interesting thing is here, I could attack them, but if I withdraw, they have a weaker garrison composed of some leftover troops, but that full strength army that was garrisoning the city is now out of range. I think if we can stop the Russians from using that, cutting the corner of our terrain, of our land there, that would help a lot. Yeah, here comes some Russian troops. Yeah, they did exactly the one thing I didn't want them to do. Yeah, some raiding. Raiding is fine. So, our brave Spanish allies are bringing up some reinforcements. Lots of raids. You... probably get you into Smolensk. I think that's on the highway towards our territory. So we're not worried about Blue because I think they are going to be. Yeah, look, I can just run around. No, they're out of range. They can't help. So I think we want Napoleon to attack the city with Ney in support. You leave the territory, you can. This is just a bit of tidying up. Oh, so I can get you to here. Upgrade, start churning out some infantry. They want Bessières. Go here. Although that is Austrian frontier, but it is still a possible vector for Russia to attack me. I mean, a smaller force could defend this bridge for sure. Well, before we get too hot and bothered, we don't need Ney. We don't need artillery. We want some of his infantry. Where's the... Yes, bring in the young guard. Awesome. Johann David Ludwig is going to defend Russia's last territory. So let's go after it. And then we've got our Russian frontier, and Napoleon is going to carve a bloody path towards Moscow. And then, well, then the next action will be to go to the south and fight off that Russian army. No clear great position for our gun. An intermediate step, this probably isn't too bad. On wide front, everybody except my voltigeurs. They're going to stay wide on the open flank with some lancers and some heavy cavalry reserve. My old guard, grenadier à cheval and chasseur à cheval push the right. My 8 advance with the line. Advance something like 12s. 8. I mean, ideally, I get my... That's not a bad position. It means my infantry should advance beyond that. Definitely achievable. Okay. They only have one pitiful unit of 6-pounders, lots of cavalry. Try and stop us. Trolls are in position. Unlimber should be able to start attacking. Yeah. Actually, let's not attack the guns. There we go. So it prevents the enemy cavalry stop charging us, so my infantry can get into position. I mean, now we can attack them. Ideally, I would like this feature, but I don't think we're going to get it. Well, you know, we'll try. Enemy cavalry make too much of an effort to come towards us, we will just hunker down in squares. It looks like they want to. I'm not going to disrupt our attack that much if we drop into square. Just can drop into square in time. Attack the hussars. Fusilier's going to get a bit chopped up, but that's okay. Okay, the enemy cavalry is going to be committed. You form square, run through that line. Why are my lancers not going after the right unit?
Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack!
Sir Cheval. Start gunning down some of these lancers. Bring in my heavy cavalry. 8s get unlimbered. Bring Boney over here. You men form up, start putting volleys into that infantry formation. Focus on attacking these lancers. Sir Cheval, chase down those men. Heavy cavalry, mow down those chasseurs. Okay, push up and secure that ground. Polish lancers recover. Okay, recall the cavalry. The Fusiliers of the line. Charge. Shares advance. 12-pounders engage those chaps, 8-pounders engage the 5th. Cavalry's coming forward. Fancy it. Alright, this is the 2nd Foot Guards. This is the old guard. Heavy cavalry reserve, push forward. French Old Guard, Grenadier Cheval. Go for the General Staff. Same with the Chasseurs à Cheval. Send the Old Guard forward, they're only militia. Big cavalry attack on this flank. Push forward aggressively. These troops should get mown down by my infantry that's already here. Bring Napoleon over. Keep pushing the old guard forward. Bayonet charge. Go on, middle guard.
Victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
Charge. Unit of Jaeger has come back. Kill the general. Last man standing. Effectively.
We have killed their generals, sir. Now they must pray.
Kill their generals. Push on. Storm those lancers. Oh no. There's Napoleon. Oh, they broke. They broke when they realized how close they got to Napoleon. Excellent. Very chaotic action, but a good action nonetheless, because as Prussia defeated, and we could have liberated the territory, in fact, probably should have done, create Poland, but won. Excellent. Now, Sierre, go here. Upgrade the logging camp first if you want to optimize. Really, if you upgrade the logging camp, it reduces the cost of all of your other buildings. So you can upgrade the city cheaper. Kamenets is going to be searched. So is Smolensk. Up to Riga with you. We're unable to recruit Polish Legion Line. Cool. Take 1 unit of infantry, Vistula Legion Grenadier, Polish Legion of infantry. Well, I've already got a lot of grenadiers. It is middle guard, old guard, 2 grenadiers, 2 voltiger. Probably enough. What about nay? We can probably able to. We'll recruit a grenadier unit for nay. Upgrade the roads. Supply warehouse. Good. Okay, so then Henri de la Bourre, you're going to have to come back and go after that chap. Although we could probably move this garrison down to this bridge. We can intercept any stragglers that try and flee. First time you've actually got into the action. Tina, get up to here. Nay. You're still gonna not dig in exactly, but you're going to be indisposed for a turn or two. Okay, Mr. de la Bourre. Yermolay Hamper. Quite an elite force, really. Moscow Musketeers. But looking at the timer, I believe it's time to end the episode. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed, and we'll see you next time for this action to crush a Russian force behind our front line. Cheers, everyone.